today. In other news, officials at the Pacific Nuclear Research Facility have denied the rumor that a case of missing plutonium was in fact stolen from their vault 2 weeks ago. A Libyan terrorist group had claimed responsibility for the alleged theft.
Hey, Einstein, where's the dot, boy? Huh?
As always, we've got merch for the channel. We have our Nerd Creative range and our Stay Creative range. Links in the description. Get whatever you want. Creatives, how are you? Welcome or welcome back to the Nerd Creative channel. FANHOME build the Back to the Future Delorean. In this video, we'll be completing issue 78 of the build. Grab yourself a coffee, sit back, relax and enjoy. So, with every stage of the build comes with component parts and a magazine. These are the component parts for issue 78. Excuse me. In the last video, we had a European version of this, but this is the English version. So I'm going to be able to read it. So these are the car parts, and these are the screws. It's quite a lot, but there's some trim as well, which I think is going on this here and here, and this vent is going. I think it's going to go there. So there's quite a lot happening here. Okay. As you can see, there we go. Quite a bit to do, yeah, quite. And then we're going to putting it on the car. That's what I'm looking forward to, is putting it on the car, on the frame of the car. Working on the railroad. Filming the train sequence. A combination of stunt work, pyrotechnics, and camera wizardry was required for the thrilling locomotive scene. That's such a good scene, where the smoke changes colour. Green, yellow and red. Pat Buttram, Jeb Saloon Old Timer. To the Future, Old Timer toasts Doc. And we get the let's see, we get the right hand side rear panel there in the next issue 79. And then it just shows you all the components. So, you know what I'm going to say. So I like to make sure that what it says we have here, we have here. I have to be very careful with these, because there's a lot of tiny little components that I need to release from the bag. Okay. I don't want to lose any of them. Okay. Quite a lot of little components. Get them all out. That. Okay, separate the screws. Okay. So the first thing we've got is a vent, which is there. And then we've got quite a few brackets. Now I don't know which ones are which. They all look the same. Don't really know if they are all the same, but I'm sure we're going to find out. So that we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, 5. We've got 5, and then we've got some trim. We've got a longer trim and a shorter trim, and then we've got, let's see, we've got an even shorter piece of trim there in that bag there, and then we've got a red lens there, and then we've got our bags of screws. So let's check the bags of screws. We have IP, LP, AP and DM screws. Now I thought IP was a new bag of screws, but it's not. Let's just get these screws away. In here. And we got LP. They might be a new, yeah, I think they're a new bag, a new type of screw. Let's leave them aside. AP screws. We've got tons of AP screws. And then we got DM screws, which are here. I'm going to have to find another one of those for the new screws. Let's have a little look. And we got this. We've got this little tiny trim there. Okay. Just clean up. Okay, so we've got our screwdrivers, we've got our screws, we've got our components, we've got our magazine. Let's begin. I've got the LP screws in there. I've got my diamond art things in there as well. Okay, let's get these scissors aside. So I brought this left side rear panel back. So the first thing we've got to do is got to get this piece of trim that goes there like that, and it's secured into place with 2 AP screws. So I'm going to load the screwdriver with the first screw. $781. 780J. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to hold that in place. I'm going to flip it over. We've got our 2 holes here. Start getting the first screw in. Alright. Let's get the second one in. Tighten it up. Tighten up the first one. piece of trim in place. Okay, so the next one is this small piece. And this small piece goes in there, like that. And it's held into place with 2 more AP screws. I'll just load one up on the screwdriver. And see the 2 holes there. That one. Let's tighten the first one now. There. Second piece of trim in there. The next piece is the tiny one that goes here. So I'm going to get that out. It's a tiny piece of trim. Just wondering which way around it goes. It goes that way. Or does it go around the other way? Yeah, I hope it goes that way. So I'm just going to get another IP screw it is. It's an IP screw. Yeah, what? Take that off. It's actually this piece here, this red piece that goes in next, which goes in here, like that. Red trim there, and that goes in with 2 IP screws. I don't think I noticed that on the car before. This red trim. There we go. And then it's this tiny little piece of trim. I've kind of forgotten which way it goes round now. Let's try it that way. It's so small. There. Just need another IP screw. There. So all the pieces of trim in place. Showing you these. We've got quite a few of these, but they're actually coded on the bottom. I don't know if you can see. Let me just. You might not be able to see, but here, let me just see if you can see. Turn it to the light. You might not be able to see, but it says RL5 on it. Now, I don't know which way around it's supposed to go. Probably that way, maybe. That way, it's supposed to go there. And it's held in place with an AP screw. I think it's to hold the, you know, the, what do you call that? Do you know the rail that goes all the way around the car? You know, that lights up when the time goes. Okay, let me just check. So it's supposed to go in this way around, like that. I just need to make sure we can see the hole. Okay, I think that's it. It's tricky. I'm hoping I've got it in the hole. Let's just see. Yeah, just hold that in place. There, as you can see. We've got to put the 3 more brackets in. Let me just move them to the side. One there, and one there. Okay. Okay. So we've got to get this one, which is RL2. And it goes in there, like that. And it's held in place with an AP screw. Oops. It's going to be quite tricky. Keeps wanting to move. Let me just get my finger on top of the whole thing and hold it in place. There it's in. Okay, this is the next one, which is RL3. Get another AP screw. And that one goes here. position my finger right there, just over, holding the whole thing together because it likes to move with the screw. There we go. And then we've got this one, which is RL4, and that goes here. I'll work out which way around it goes. Okay, let's turn it around. I'm going to load another AP screw on there. So it goes this way, like that. Just checking the hole so we can see the hole. Yep. I just hope it's lining up properly. No. Let's try that again. That's it. Now the screw's dropped out again. Come on. Okay. Position my finger there. That one there. So we've got all three of them in. So we get this vent here, and we get the last remaining bracket, which is here. I'm just going to turn it around. This goes in there like that. Just need to get an LP screw. Just move it up there. So it's on there. It's on the vent. The bracket's on the vent. We've got to put the bracket on the vent first. This is fiddly. Just check. Okay. Seems to be in the right place. Just need to position my fingers. Okay. Alright, that's it. Just lined it up. There's the bracket on the vent, and then it goes this way up, and the vent goes in there like that, and that's secured in place with 2 AP screws. I won't tighten it up until I get the second screw in. Let's tighten up the first one. The vent in place there. Brought the frame of the car back, so let me just tip the car on its side like that there, and then this sits there like that. And we need to secure that in place. With 4 DM screws. Right, I'm going to have to flip the car. Flip the car over like that. I'm just going to hold this. I just need to put one of the screws on the screwdriver. I think I'll use a bigger screwdriver because the screws are bigger. I have to stand up for this part. Maybe. Okay. So the first screw goes up here. Yeah, I'm going to have to stand up for this part. Okay. Just load the next screw. which is lower down. It's this one here. See if I can get it around this way. Screw hole up here. And the last screw goes here. Can tighten this one. Try this one. That is better. And this one. It's quite a tricky one. That's it. Let's have a look. Wow, it really does look like the time machine now. Let's just get it around the right way. This car is getting really heavy. Okay, so there you see it's in place. And that's what it looks like when we're done. So that completes issue 78 of the build.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine out of a Delorean?
I'd like to thank you for your company. I'll see you in the next video. Stay creative.